Hey, what's going on, YouTube family? Here we got another video for you guys. Currently working on my 2015 GMC Sierra. The truck had been deleted before, but they never got to taking the EGR out, so I'm about to get ready to tackle that task. I'm about to remove the EGR, install aftermarket downpipe. Also, we're going to eliminate the PCV valve. Seems like we're running out of daylight, so we're gonna do as much as I can. So we got the EGR somewhere in there. I already went ahead and disconnected the batteries. We're gonna remove this intake over here, the intake horn. I don't know if that's the correct term, but and then this intake bridge. Yeah. All right, less talking, more working. Good morning, YouTube. As you guys can see, it's another day, and here we are back at removing the EGR. I decided to pause last night. Visibility wasn't great, so here we are. We're gonna get back at it. Hopefully we get it done today. So I was getting ready to take this intake tube horn out, but it seems that the front of the EGR cooler, it's in the way, so I'm gonna have to go around and start taking the EGR apart. Behind the intake tube, horn, whatever you want to call it, you have your PCV valve that has a hose that goes all the way back here to your driver's side of the engine, and it pretty much sucks your crankcase ventilation and all that stuff and reroutes it back into the intake. And look at this, it's just pure oil that is literally sending back into the intake, and it looks pretty caked up in there. So I don't know, depending the legalities of, you know, removing emissions equipment. I mean, to be honest, emissions equipment is a drag to performance and reliability. So I just got this pipe from the EGR loose, and I'm trying to see if I can wiggle it out or see how it can come out. Well, let's see. Let's try this again. There it is. And trash. So now we're gonna get ready to remove the cooler in here, and then you have your EGR valve that's on this side, and I don't know, it seems pretty tight with the compressor back here. We have 4 bolts that we need to take out, and there's one back there. I don't know, we might need to remove way more stuff. We'll see. Let's try it. So we only had 4 bolts and a plug on the side, and this puppy should come out. So moving along, we're gonna get ready to keep removing stuff. Excuse me. And we're gonna take this intake out that just magically popped out, you know, effortless, just like every other job in a car or truck or any vehicle. There you have it. So moving along, I'm still working with the cooler, trying to get the cooler out. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start taking the heat shield in the back, because up here on the front I'm gonna have to take it out from the back here, because it has a bolt here that is really hard to access. We'll see. So the heat shield back there is giving me a little bit of trouble to come out. I think I'm going to go around underneath and start taking the downpipe off. It's gonna be tight, but needs to be done. So here we got the heat shield that sits on top of the turbo. It's only attached with 3 bolts, and you gotta play with it a little to get it out. I folded this end over here and just kind of work my way around it. And then I apologize, I didn't film too much back there. The cooler still in there. I've been fighting a lot the heat shield and the bolts on the back for the up pipe and some other things. I got the EGR out. We got the down pipe. Down pipe was pretty easy, just the flange on top. One bolt has 2 sensors on the top, and then 3 bolts for the heat shield. And then you have your 9th injector that goes down here. And yeah, just kind of wanted to give an update and show you guys some progress. Also removed the PCV valve out of the intake, and it's getting a little dark, so I think I'm gonna stop here for today and work on it tomorrow and probably finish it out. I just gotta get the cooler, the EGR cooler still in there, and work my way around getting the up pipe out. The up pipe still up there. Yeah, it's getting a little dark, so visibility is not great. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna cut it there today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good morning, guys. I hope you guys are having an excellent morning. Here we are again, back at it. So this morning we are going to get started back here in the behind the firewall, behind the engine, in between the firewall. And there you have the coolant rising tube. It goes from behind the engine up to the EGR and draws coolant. So we're getting ready to remove that bad boy out so we can start removing the up pipe. I let it soak last night in some WD-40, and hopefully we don't break any bolts. But yeah, it's gonna be a little tight back here. I might not get to film much, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea, and then I'll update you guys after the final product. So I went ahead and got this plug that is supposed to delete that coolant rising tube from behind the engine, and we'll see how it works. I also got this nice billet piece that is going to replace that PCV valve that just shoots oil directly in your intake. It's going to be replaced by this nice piece, and this piece is going to go right there. It's coming along. So here it is. This is the coolant rising tube that rises coolant from behind the engine all the way to the EGR, and it's only attached by 1 bolt. But man, this was the task. It was daunting, but here is the part that is going to be replacing it. Pretty easy stuff. After we get done plugging this up, we are going to go ahead and remove the cooler on top of the engine and the up pipe also. So I'll be working up here with the up pipe for a little while. I only got 2 bolts left from the arm that reaches out to the turbo, and it's ready to come out. And I'm gonna tell you, if you're planning on doing this job, it's gonna be a lot of fun, because all these components, all the heat shields, this another bracket that goes behind the engine and supports the EGR, the back of it, trash to A lot of fun parts. It's pretty tight back there. Not a lot of room to get some good footage, but we're getting ready to pull the EGR out. I think we're ready to get this thing out of here. Let's see. Getting one last bolt out, and that is it. Yee. Let's get this thing out, guys. All this thing does is hurts performance and reliability. So I mean, you gotta decide. You either want performance and reliability, or you want to save the environment. You can't do both. So that's pretty much the space left behind by the EGR. So much, you can even see the injection pump down there now. Yeah, I mean, so that pretty much wraps up removing the EGR. It's not really too complicated, just uncomfortable, and a lot of bolts. Now all we gotta do is plug up this side with a nice plate that comes in the EGR kit. I have a new up pipe for the back, so that one that's right there sticking up is gonna be eliminated, and that's pretty much it. The rest will be throwing the exhaust on and do a sound check and leak check and all that good stuff. So I finally got the up pipe out. It's only 6 bolts, actually 9. This is the arm that extends up to the EGR, and it's just hard to get to. It took me a long time, and I couldn't even see the bolts. That's why I didn't record it or anything. It was really hard, to say the least. But just so you guys have an idea, this is the up pipe that's gonna be replacing it, so it doesn't have that arm. Since the EGR is getting deleted, we're not gonna need it anymore. So it's just gonna be a nice straight pipe from the manifold to the turbo. So now back here, we remove everything. We went ahead and plugged the pulled the EGR rising tube out, plugged it up with that black billet plug right there, as you guys can see. That's pretty much ready back here to put the up pipe and down pipe and get ready. So here you go, guys. I don't even know what time it is, but here you guys got some progress. I was able to finally put the up pipe in. It was a pain. Only 6 bolts, but it's in the worst position ever, sandwiched between the back of the engine and the firewall. And in addition to the up pipe, we got this really nice 3-inch down pipe to go along to replace that pancake, this pancake shape down pipe that I don't even know what they were thinking. But yeah, finally got everything out. I'm gonna leave it at this, just keep it nice and short. We removed the EGR, we're ready to be reliable and not pump a lot of oil and soot back in the engine. Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe if you like. Not necessarily meant to be a how-to, but yeah. Just got this nice little block off plate. Now whenever you buy an EGR delete kit, you got the side of the EGR that goes to the intake needs to this block off plate, and it just got installed. It looks kind of nice, but moving on, we're about to reroute the coolant hoses, and let's see how that goes. So on this side for the coolant hose, I was able to adapt it and cut a piece of it, so everything that we use from the hose is what you guys can see on the screen right now, and it looks pretty clean. Here you guys have, we did the resonator delete, PCV delete, and we got the intake going on also. So that's the final product. And down here we got our up pipe, down pipe, everything is fully installed. And also we got our 5-inch installed. The exhaust was pretty easy to install.